Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and for today's video I'll be showing you how to sketch a rose in the Sketchbook app. So if any of you guys are wondering what the Sketchbook app is, it's this little drawing app where, like, basically if you want a good comparison of what it's kind of like, if you've ever heard of the Procreate app where a lot of artists use to make really cool digital pieces, that is basically what the Sketchbook app is. It's basically kind of the same thing, except it's a little different in certain areas, and it's free. Like, I think Procreate, you don't have to spend much, really. I forget how much it is, but I know it's not very expensive, I don't think. So, but if you're somebody who wants to kind of get familiar with the digital art world first before you invest your time and money into a software, I totally get it. I totally understand. So, Sketchbook would be perfect for you. This is not sponsored, by the way, but Sketchbook is a really cool app. It's free and it's compatible with iOS and Android devices. The device I am using in today's video is the iPad Gen 7, and I'm using my Apple Pencil for the stylus today. This is the stuff that I use for, like, the iPad, and the Apple Pencil is what I use for all of my videos so far that I've created. It's been, like, what I've been using. I know I've had a couple people ask what do I use and what kind of, like, application or software, and that's what I use. So, okay, now let's talk about, I'm going to let this kind of be like an over talk about what, just about different things. I'll probably brush up on some updates about what's going to be going on in this channel, and just some things about, some questions I've been asked, or some questions I feel like y'all would be curious to know, about the app. So, with Sketchbook, you can actually, it's so neat. I don't know if you can create your own, like, paintbrushes or your own, like, stuff like that. I haven't quite figured it out yet. And if you do know, leave me, like, tell me in the comments, because I'm really curious to know. Also, if y'all want to see more videos like this where I do, like, a voiceover instead of, like, just music, let me know in the comments as well, because I'm super curious to know if you guys really enjoy hearing my voice and hear me talk about things, or if you much rather listen to some smooth beats. I don't know. It's kind of what's up to y'all, but y'all just let me know. Okay, so I'm going to brush up on some tools that I use. And one of the tools I'm really fond of in the Sketchbook app I use is from when you go to your tool library, there's going to be a tab says library, and it's going to have all the different, like, tools and paintbrushes and pencils and all sorts of stuff like that, and airbrushes. And one tab is going to have the settings, and that's going to be where, like, if you have a selected tool that you've picked and you want to change the pressure or the smoothness, or just it kind of, like, gets more in detailed on that specific tool that you're using, pencil or paintbrush, or, things like that. The tool that I personally gravitate to the most in the app so far is in the library. It's underneath the legacy category, column, I think you would call it. I love the legacy tools. The one I've been using for, like, sketching outlines to my pictures and my videos is the legacy pencil, and I gravitate to it a lot as far as, like, when I'm sketching stuff. And the size of the pencil that I use, I tend to gravitate to, like, if I'm doing something that's very detailed or very precise, and I want the lead to be very, like, a narrow size, so I make sure that I get every little detail, I'm going to focus on getting, like, the size being, like, 3.0. To the left side where you see those bars are, and your default tools, there's going to be, like, these little bars that slide up and down. There's two of them. One's for the size, and the other one is going to be for the pressure that's applied to it, or the percent of it being applied, if that makes any sense. I don't know. I'm not the best at explaining things, but anyways, yes. And I use 3.0 whenever I'm doing very detailed pictures. But like in this one here, I'm using, like, a 10 point something So it kind of ranges. I change it up a lot, but I kind of keep it around a size 10 in today's video on how to sketch a rose. I just kind of keep it around that size. Another helpful tip when you go to, like in this that I'm doing here with the rose, you can see that I did multiple colors. When I do at like skeletals, like in a sketch, I will sketch out the skeletal and then outline it in. When I go to do the skeletals, I'm going to make sure to use a different color than the color black, or the color that I'm going to use to make the outline. And in most cases, it's black that I use to outline my, my sketch with. So I want to create a layer. And the first layer I created was the red pencil layer that you see there with the rose. I did it in the color red, so that way when I do a layer on top of that layer to outline everything in for the final look, I won't get confused or lost of where I'm at. Because if you do it all black and then you go to overline it with black, you're not really going to be able to see where you're lining it in, and you're not going to be able to get a clear difference between the two, and it's going to get really confusing fast. So just a little helpful tip in case you didn't already know that. It's important to always layer your pictures. In this app, I wasn't doing that with my first two pictures I ever created, because I was still kind of go figuring the app and things you can do and features and whatnot. So I wasn't really familiar with layering, because like before I even downloaded this app and started using it, before that I didn't even do any digital art. Like this app was the introduction to the digital art world for me anyways. For me personally. So it was kind of like I just didn't have any digital art experience really at all. So I just kind of was going into it, fiddling around, just kind of exploring the tools, the options, and all that kind of thing. And before that, the only thing I really did, picture, like non-digital stuff, like sketches on in a notebook and like paintings and stuff. I know with like drawing with a pencil and doing stuff on paper with like Copic markers and such, you can't just, you can't really just like draw something, create a layer, and do like different work and then hide the layer. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't do all that cool stuff, obviously, like you can digitally. So it's like there's not so many options there. You just kind of, you mess up, you kind of got to do like Bob Ross says, make little happy mistakes and kind of like incorporate that into your piece and make it work. You got to wing it, fake it till you make it kind of thing. Which digitally you can do all sorts of stuff. And if you mess up, it's no big deal, But anyways, well, I think that's going to conclude today's video. If y'all are interested in seeing more videos with me doing voiceovers, let me know in the comment section below once again. Also, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, let me know what you like to see in my next drawing tutorial. And y'all guys stay creative and safe out there. And I hope y'all are having a great day. And I can't wait to make another video for you guys. Until next time, bye guys.